Hello all, Rambling Canuck here, back for another video. Today's video is going to be my reaction to the Star Trek Picard trailer that dropped yesterday. My initial reaction is seeing the trailer made me more optimistic, more hopeful, and overall excited to see the new series. Now, many other people on YouTube are not that thrilled with Picard series or the thought of Picard series, or have already doomed it to fail. However, seeing this trailer has really made me even more excited and very much more hopeful that this series is going to be very, very well done. Now, to me, in the trailer, it answered a question that the first very sneak peek trailer posed as a question, or left us wondering why Picard left Starfleet. In the trailer, at the very beginning of the trailer, Picard mentions that Data sacrificed his life for him. So to me, therein lies the answer. Picard left Starfleet because he was so overwhelmed with the loss of Data that he hung up his boots, as it were. Data and Picard have always had almost a father-son relationship to a degree, and I could be wrong, other people probably don't agree with me, but to me, that's always been it. Picard has always tried to guide Data, help Data. He's always been there to defend Data when Data needed defending, such as when they wanted to take him apart and just treat him like a piece of machinery. Picard was the one who stepped in. Picard fought for Data's right to be an individual. So Picard and Data have throughout the years grown so close a relationship that I could definitely see losing Data and knowing that Data would be here. But he gave himself for him. And coming to terms with that, I akin it to, or I liken it to, your child sacrificing themselves for you. And what that would do to you, what that would do to you emotionally, physically. And I think if that's the route they're going, I think this has a prospect of being a very interesting plot. Now, I'll make a brief comment on the uniforms. I love them. I personally liked the Star Trek Next Generation uniform. I also liked the movie versions. Personally, my favorite dress uniform is the white one that Picard dons later on in the movies. My second favorite uniform style or aesthetic is the uniform jacket with the leather at the top. And I was very happy to see them bring that back and bring it back in black. That makes me very happy. Made me nerd out for a minute and made me want to buy that jacket, because I really like that aesthetic. So back to the trailer and my reactions and thoughts. Now, Bird of Prey 5 did a review live on his live stream of the trailer. And at one point, and Bird of Prey 5, please forgive me, but I have to disagree with you on one thing. Well, a few things, but just for this video, one thing. At a certain point of the trailer, Bird of Prey 5 said that it gave him a Star Wars vibe. I would disagree. And hear me out. I personally think that the show gives me a Firefly vibe. The whole show itself, just the way, from what we've seen of the trailers, it gives me less of a, oh, this feels like Star Wars. It more feels like a Firefly series to me. And I could be wrong, but that's the way I feel about it. It strikes more of a Firefly, if you've ever watched that series. It only lasted one season, and then they did a movie, but it gives me more of a Firefly vibe than a Star Wars vibe. And with that out of the way, I think that the overall story is intriguing. I think that the ships look okay from what we've seen. Even the costumes, the overall aesthetics look okay. They look good. Now, if you'll forgive me, I'm going to rant a little bit, just on how negative this show has gotten before it even came out. People complained that, you know, it wasn't, you can't have a Picard series without the rest of the cast. Well, now they've announced that some of the cast are coming back, and now people are mad because some of the cast are coming back. And why? Just make up your minds, please. Make up your minds. That's all I gotta say. Because even with the uniforms are as close to TNG aesthetic as possible. And people were complaining about the uniforms from Star Trek Discovery, being too far removed, and you know, they should have just stuck with what was in the original series. And so now they move towards a more recognizable aesthetic, and people complain and say, come up with something new. Well, coming up with something new, that doesn't work for them very well. So, you know, please leave that alone. Don't complain about it. Could be worse. Could be much worse. Just let them use that uniform, please. Please. Otherwise, oh, joy. Don't leave them to their own devices. Please don't leave them to their own devices is all I gotta say. Let's just be happy we got something that looks like Star Trek and leave it alone. Leave it alone. Step away from the uniform. Also, I think that it would be kind of cool if the way that they bring in like a Riker, or, as Bird of Prey pointed out, a Geordi LaForge, would be more in passing. Not so much as a star, but like Picard's in a jam. Say the Federation doesn't like the fact that he's helping out this person, and they go to bring him home. And the ship that intercepts Picard is commanded by Riker, or is commanded by Geordi LaForge. Or Picard ends up in a jam, and it's a ship commanded by Riker, or LaForge, or Crusher, or someone else from the TNG, and the only reason that Picard gets away is because of that friendship, that loyalty to him. I think that would be a good way to bring in cameos. But that's myself. But overall, so I don't ramble on too long here, overall, the trailer itself has filled me with hope that this is going to be a good show and something that we can all enjoy. And if nothing else from watching this video, all I ask is give it a chance. Just give it a chance. If it bombs, it bombs. But let's give it a chance. Let's allow ourselves to forget all of our grievances and our past dislikes. And let's feel that feeling of hope again. Just once. Let's just have some fun. And like I said, if it fails, it fails. But let's give it a chance to fail. Or let's give it a chance to succeed. So when you watch the show when it comes out in 2020, go in with an open mind. And who knows? You might just like it. And on that, I'll say thank you all for watching my video. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe. Feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section. I read them all. I reply to most. And till next time, take her easy, folks.